Yeah.
It's 1 o'clock, this is Boulton Co, an hour of breaking news and interviews. As Sky News exposes the trade in illegal and potentially dangerous skin lightening creams.
We're going to be asking if regulations need tightening and why so many people want to change the colour of their skin.
Live from Sky News Westminster, this is Boulton Co.
Also coming up today, a series of coordinated attacks kills 57 people in Baghdad just days after US troops pulled out of Iraq. Why French prosecutors have now launched a criminal investigation into an alleged Nazi-themed stag party attended by a Tory MP. And at the end of a year dominated by public protests around the world, we'll hear from the Nobel Peace Prize winner known in Yemen as the mother of the revolution. Plus all the breaking stories on TV and online from our team of correspondents.
A Sky News investigation has exposed how skin bleaching products are being sold illegally over the counter. Many contain potentially dangerous ingredients which can cause infections, stretch marks and permanent discolouring. Sky's Jason Farrell reports.
We are shopping for skin bleaching products. Not the creams on the shelves, but something stronger. Here in South London, we found a flourishing trade in behind-the-counter illegal creams. 4 shops sold us unlicensed products. They're selling a health hazard. The tubes contain toxic chemicals and can cause this.
You are much more likely to get skin infections. You can also get stretch marks. Long term, you can get increased skin pigmentation. It feels very rough and it's raised. It can be quite unsightly, and there's really not much one can do once you get this complication.
Dermovate is a prescription-only cream banned from cosmetics sale. Movate and Fashion Fair are not licensed in the UK, and their backroom trade raises questions about whether people feel pressured to look whiter.
What proportion of people, kind of your friends, would you think have used it or tried it?
I think a good 70%.
Yeah.
70%.
Even the
Yeah.
people that I left in primary school, like when I see them, they've really gone
They're
now.
lighter now. You're like, my face used to be dark.
Yeah.
Oh no, changed.
You put it on your face?
Yeah, on my face. And my sister said, your face is becoming 2 colours.
For me, I don't believe in it. I'm happy with what I have. They want to look like the next top model or whatever, so they think they have to be lighter. They don't think black is beauty anymore.
There's been outrage in the past over the airbrushing of pop stars such as Beyoncé and X Factor's Rebecca Ferguson to make them look paler. The subliminal message that whiter is better. Legal skin lightening products are available and even promoted to the Asian community by Bollywood A-listers. Hansa Davy regrets that she used skin lighteners for 5 years.
I wish I hadn't. I really wish I hadn't. I was trying to become something that I'm not, which is a glamorous Bollywood actress.
It's the availability of unlicensed products that's causing greatest concern. And another side effect, those selling them seem to suffer acute memory loss.
Do you remember selling it just a few minutes ago to a colleague? Do you know what this is? Can I have a look?
No, I don't.
It's a skin bleaching product.
This shop owner also insisted he didn't stock it.
You sell these unlicensed creams in here?
Oh, we don't have to.
Are you sure you don't sell them? We filmed someone buying some creams like this in this shop last week.
You can check it, no problem.
These sellers risk prosecution, even jail, to stock such products.
You know what this is?
That's right, but we don't sell it for this 101% sure.
Yeah?
So there must be a good market of customers willing to take risks to lighten their skin. Jason Farrell, Sky News.
Well, with me here in Westminster are Simone Bresi-Ando, founder of the I'mPOSSIBLE organisation for women of colour, and Bevis Mann from the British Skin Foundation. Simone, welcome to you. It seemed extraordinarily high, that lady there in the market saying 70% of her friends have used these products. I mean, they're really very attractive, are they?
I think it depends who you speak to. Most probably that's her social group. I don't think that it is such a wide occurrence in my own personal social group, and I know there's many other women of colour out there who do not prescribe to this lifestyle choice of skin whitening, skin bleaching. So it really is who you talk to, and it's also what kind of value system people have and what they sort of promote.
I mean, what in your view is it all about? I mean, why do people want to lighten their skin?
It's a highly complex issue. It's also one that's a global issue. It's about body image and the beauty ideals and what is promoted as the standards of beauty and how it affects different groups. So from surgical enhancements, breast implants and things like that, to hair extensions, to, okay, let me change actually the colour of my skin through creams.
I mean, is it in your view equivalent to fair-skinned people wanting to have suntans or fake suntans, or is it actually something more deeper than that?
The end result is, I think, where it's come from is a very...
orange.
Yeah, orange or a slight beige, tone of beige. But I think it really is about where it's come from, and I think within the people of colour communities, of Black and Asian communities, colonialism has a role to play there, and it is something that is of horrible after effect of that, wanting to be lighter because that was preferred and treated a lot better than dark skin.
And Bevis, I mean, we saw under-the-counter products being sold there. I mean, how much risk are people running when they put these products, whether legal or illegal, on themselves?
That's probably one of the biggest worries we've got, because it's a big unknown. So depending on obviously what you buy and how often you use it even, the kind of effects that you might kind of experience can range anything from skin, thinning of the skin, through to actually hyperpigmentation of the skin, in the sense that actually your skin becomes actually darker. So your kind of side effects can range from anything between the two, and even possible psychiatric.
I mean, would you say if people buy above-the-counter products and they use them as instructed, then that's okay?
Those above-the-counter products, if they're on sale above there, then they're there for a reason and above the counter. So they would have passed the regulations that the EU set for the kind of safety limits of what is and what isn't acceptable. The fact that what the film showed is that you find a lot of products that are sold under the counter, they're the ones that we should be worried about.
And the problem is, of course, that I suspect the over-the-counter ones may not give very quick results.
That's right, but I think, what I really want to push home is that whatever choice you make, whatever lifestyle choice you make, or a choice about beauty, it really should stem from you being comfortable with yourself and not trying to achieve a look or a goal which really wasn't what you were born to look like.
But there is, I think, research which shows in certain areas, in terms of what people are paid, or what sentences they're likely to get in court or whatever, that skin colour can actually make a real difference.
Definitely. And as I said, it's a complex issue. It's one which has after effects from colonialism to what we see in the magazines as what is beautiful. I would like to see a more balanced representation of women of all colours across the board, from body size to skin colour and skin tone. That's what I would say.
I mean, what do you think can be done? I mean, how can I don't know, is there anything MPs can do about it?
Of course there is. There's something that we can all do about it, and that's by, making sure that the people who are producing the media that we consume are as diverse as possible, that have access to groups that can really talk about their experiences in a way that's balanced and not stereotypical.
I mean, do we need better laws or better enforcement?
Well, certainly from where we're concerned with, I think it's going to be an issue of personal choice. I mean, for example, using smoking as an example, or binge drinking even, what we're trying to do is arm people with that information so they can make that decision themselves. Taking those risks will be completely up to them, but what we're concerned is that at least at the very start they're aware of what they're potentially putting them at risk of.
So public education, really.
Essentially, yes, yeah.
And I mean, those guys we saw there. I mean, could they be prosecuted? Have they committed a crime there, potentially?
If the creams that they have contain ingredients that are illegal, and there's quite a list of them, then yes, they're breaking the law, and there's a reason why they're not sold above the counter in the first place. So that's a big telltale sign.
So, as far as prejudice goes, is this a black-white issue, or is this even within people of African descent?
Oh yeah, it's not a black and white issue. No issue ever really is. It's an issue that affects the Asian community, and as you've said and you've likened before, you know, Caucasian people who tan themselves or put fake tan on, can it be likened to the same thing? Maybe for some people, but yeah, it's an issue that goes across the board.
And you know, I mean, what is your advice to you know, a girl, or I guess guys do as well?
No, I hear you.
Now, who thinks, well, I'd just like to be like my sister, maybe a little bit.
I think, you know, for me, and it's going to sound quite new age, but let's go for it. Love yourself. I'm really comfortable looking like my parents. I'm comfortable looking like a product of my parents, and I'm not going to change that. And that's where all routes to a better life start with loving yourself. So,
is there any advice you can get?
I'd actually probably have to agree with Simone there and say, actually, look, if there's something that's worrying you about your skin tone, rather than take the risks and buying these products, you know, under the counter, have a word with your GP, see what he or she has to say. They might be able to help you find a product, and more importantly, they'll be able to guide you. So some of the creams that they might suggest, for example, they'll be able to best know in what quantities and how frequently to use them.
I mean, do you think the media stars need to be more responsible? I mean, obviously one thinks of Michael Jackson, but there are others who...
Yeah, he did liken it to a skin condition he had as to why his skin changed.
Did you believe it?
So, is it for me to believe and judge? I think that he said that was what it is. I think he's an amazingly talented man. I'm so sorry he's gone, but... It is what it is, but as I said again, if we don't start from a place of loving ourselves, people are going to be more inclined to be changing themselves or susceptible to surgically enhancing them, and we've seen some horror stories which happen from that, so take care of yourselves, people. Be healthy.
Thank you both very much, thank you.
At least 57 people have been killed in a series of bombings.